expansion plans. Thanks to an art foundation's grant that my friend and artistic director of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, Lance, had helped us secure, we were about to double Torte's square footage. It wasn't exactly something we had planned on. Mom and I had discussed Torte's future many times since I'd been home, but mostly in passing. We had both been content with the bake shop's slow and steady growth and had saved up enough cash to upgrade our ovens. That project alone had us both reveling in how much more productive we could be, but when the opportunity arose to take over the property below us, neither of us could pass it up. Real estate on Ashland's bustling plaza was always at a premium. If we didn't jump at the chance, it could be years or decades before the opportunity might arise again. Mom had been managing the busy shop for 10 years without me, and part of the appeal of returning home to Ashland was being able to take on more duties so that she didn't have to work so hard. She loved Torte, but I also knew that she was reaching a time in her life where she could travel and indulge in more leisurely activities. Without her gentle yet firm nudging, I may never have followed my dream of going to culinary school, and I hoped one day she would do the same. She and the professor, the town's lead detective and resident Shakespeare aficionado, were getting closer, and it was her turn to set sail and explore. I just hoped that she would allow herself the same freedom she had allowed me. Expanding into the basement space had already turned out to be a bigger undertaking than either of us had initially imagined. The property had been abandoned for years, and to make matters worse, it had flooded numerous times, most recently after a monsoon hit downtown Ashland. Our first task was to pump the basement and have a new drainage system installed. No work on renovations or breaking through to Torte's upstairs could begin until we fixed the water issue. The problem was that our fellow shop owners were in the same boat. In a town the size of Ashland, there weren't enough contractors to go around. We were in a holding pattern until the construction crew finished other repairs along the plaza. As I reached Torte's front door, I pushed my worries about our basement plans aside. I had other pressing things on my mind, like tonight's Sunday supper. We had started offering Sunday suppers at the bake shop as a way to supplement our income during the off-season and to showcase our cooking. Both Mom and I enjoyed cooking as much as baking, and Sunday suppers allowed us to stretch our creativity. We served dinner family-style to encourage guests to mingle and help build an even stronger sense of community. Thus far, the suppers had been a hit. Until now, they'd all sold out, and we had a lengthy waiting list of guests who wanted to attend tonight. Yet another reason that expanding the bake shop could be good for our bottom line. We simply didn't have enough space at the moment. Although I had to admit that one of the reasons that demand for Sunday suppers might be so high was thanks to my estranged husband, Carlos. He had been in town for a short stay and had entranced the town with his sultry Spanish accent and spicy tapas. His Latin-inspired feast had left the town hungry for more. With his succulent tapas still fresh in everyone's mind, I had opted for a decidedly different cuisine for tonight's supper, Asian fusion. "I'm back," I called, opening the door with my free hand and tucking the box of vegetables I'd picked up from the market under my other arm. "It's about time, boss." Andy, Torte's resident barista, winked from behind the coffee bar. He pushed up the sleeves on his Southern Oregon University football sweatshirt. "We've been dying without you." In addition to handcrafting creamy lattes, Andy was a student and football star. "Right," I laughed, scanning the dining room where a couple was sharing a slice of Mom's chocolate caramel cake at a booth in front of the windows, and a student with headphones was nursing a coffee as she studied. "It looks pretty packed in here." "I'm serious. We can't get anything done around here without our fearless leader." He gave me a half salute and organized canisters of coffee beans. I shook my head and passed by him. "Carry on, just as you are." Torte's staff might be young, but they were highly capable. Mom and I had often commented on how lucky we were to find such hard-working and talented help. Walking around the coffee bar, I entered Torte's open kitchen.